was a consummate professional. He knew how to elicit a confession. He instructed his men to start the torture slowly, but then to increase the pain until the prisoner finally divulged the name of each conspirator. After a couple days of torture, the prisoner, who identified himself under the false name of John Johnson, but whose real name was Guy Fawkes, still hadn't squealed on his compatriots. Clearly, the kinder, gentler torture wasn't working. The frustrated guards took Fawkes to the White Tower. They knew that no prisoner held out very long once introduced to the rack. Under extreme physical duress, Fawkes gave up the names of most of his fellow conspirators. The next day, November 8th, an already broken Fawkes was tortured again, until finally he gave up the name of the last conspirator. Within hours, the accused were tracked down. A firefight ensued, killing many of them. But 4 of the conspirators were arrested and brought to the tower to await trial. The men stood accused of attempting to assassinate King James. The Catholic conspirators wanted to do away with the Protestant and religiously intolerant monarch. The naive plotters thought that regicide was a key to creating a power vacuum which would ultimately lead to a return of Catholics in the throne. They plotted to kill the king by stuffing the tunnels under Parliament with gunpowder. Once the king appeared, a match would be lit, and then kaboom. Ben Franklin once said the only way 3 people could keep a secret is for 2 of them to be dead. Such was the case with the Gunpowder Plot. One of the conspirators sent a warning letter to a member of Parliament, who duly passed the note on to the authorities. When Fawkes went into the tunnel on the designated day, the Royal Guard was waiting for him. One conspirator is quite lucky. He died at the tower while awaiting trial. The remaining 3 were found guilty of treason. They were to be executed in what was perhaps the most horrific way to be killed. They were to be hung, drawn, and quartered. On January 31st, 1606, just a little over 2 months from the day Fawkes was arrested, the 3 condemned men were dragged by horse, each man's head low to the ground, to a specially built scaffold near Westminster. In front of a cheering crowd, the first 2 men endured the terror of their drawn-out and agonizing punishment. But when it was Fawkes' turn, he asked forgiveness from the king, asked for forgiveness from God, and then jumped off the scaffold. Guy Fawkes escaped the worst part of his punishment by ensuring that he died from hanging. The corpses of the 3 men were quartered and put on display around London, a not-so-subtle threat to would-be rebels. Some believe that the excruciating pain endured by Fawkes echoes to this day. Tower guards have reported hearing his screams during the dead of night. A recent poll showed that the British people felt, in equal numbers, that Fawkes was either a hero or a villain. But the very vast majority of people said he was something in between. Today he serves as, well, a sort of symbol for rebellion. In fact, when I purchased a Guy Fawkes Christmas ornament at the Parliament store, the very nice elderly lady who rung me up asked if I was feeling rebellious that day. What about you? Do you think Fawkes was a hero, villain, or something in between? Let us know in the comments section. Now let's explore. Behold the Tower of London. It was designed to be impenetrable to foreign invaders and to dissuade any potential rebels from raising arms against the king. White Tower, the original Tower of London. It dates back to the time of William the Conqueror. Fawkes was tortured on the rack in the cellar of this intimidating structure. Traitor's Gate is directly in front of us. Prisoners like Fawkes would have entered the tower through this gate. Thank you so very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider hitting like and subscribing. See you on the next walk.